This is the Titanic, the movie that we all loved since our childhood. Everything about this film feels iconic, with touches of perfection throughout. But hidden behind all the familiar moments lies one scene. A scene with a story far deeper than most ever realized. A background that just might change the way you see the entire movie. We're talking about the grand staircase of the Titanic, all shiny wood and glowing lights, the heart of a ship that's practically a palace. But then came the scene where it was swallowed by a roaring flood, water crashing in, tearing it apart. This scene in Titanic isn't just a moment, it's a gut punch, making you feel the ship's doom. But behind it? Pure filmmaking strategy, so clever you don't see it, only feel it. James Cameron's team pulled off the impossible, and we're diving into how he made this scene hook you without you knowing why.
Both so analytical, they love that. So we knew what we were going to do. The question is, how were we going to get the elements to agree? We scheduled actually for the first day of our outdoor, in case we had a nice sunset, and it never looked good.
This scene feels like a miracle because it was so difficult to shoot. James Cameron didn't just want a sinking ship. He wanted the Titanic's heart, the grand staircase, to drown in front of your eyes. To do it, his team built a full-scale set, 40 feet wide, 60 feet long, and 20 feet tall, matching the real ship's oak panels and golden chandeliers. But here's the crazy part. They put it in a 17 million-gallon water tank that could tilt and flood in real time with just a single shot. Why? Because the water would destroy the set completely, smashed wood, broken glass, gone. They made you believe it was real, with no room for mistakes. Here's where it gets wild. They had one take. Once the massive amount of water hit, the set was toast. No resets, no do-overs. Actors had to run, scream, and slip perfectly. Stunt performers had to dive into freezing water without missing a beat. But here is a fun fact. When you watch, it doesn't feel staged. It feels like chaos, like you're there and water rising around you. That's the first trick. Cameron turned a one-shot gamble into a moment that feels alive, pulling you in without a hint of the pressure behind it. Not only that, he conducted extensive research on the grand staircase from the original Titanic. The scene has a pulse. It starts slow, water creeps over the marble steps, quiet, sneaky. Then it surges, smashing windows, swallowing the clock under the dome. The actors don't just run, their moves match the flood's rhythm. They stumble, they slip. It's messy but planned. And the cameras? The cameras wobble, tilting with the ship, making you feel the lean. It's not smooth, and that's the point. The jagged rhythm screams panic, danger, without saying a word. You're not watching a set get wet. You're caught in a disaster, heart racing, and you don't know why. It wasn't possible for the production crew to manage that huge amount of water and fully customize sets again for another take, so they had to give it their very best. Initially, the staircase starts warm, all gold and amber, like a rich dream. But when the water hits, the colors shift, icy blues, dark shadows, cold as death. Real water, real lights, real chaos. The chandelier sways, glass cracks, with splinters, all practical effects, not CGI. Like the comic book style, every detail, the bubbles, the floating rugs, the flickering lamps, is crafted to feel real. But guess what? You're not told it's a set in a tank. You're tricked into seeing a ship die, and it hits you hard, like a wave you didn't see coming. The sound seals the deal. It's not just noise, it's a monster. The water roars like a beast, deep and angry with people screaming out of fear. Every sound is timed to the visuals. It's layered, alive, pulling you deeper. Also, these sounds aren't just effects, they're part of the world, making you flinch, making you feel the cold water on your skin without ever saying it. This isn't just a flood, it's the end of a dream. The grand staircase was the Titanic's pride, a symbol of hope and wealth. When it drowns, it's not just wood and water, it's lives, futures, gone. Cameron had to go all in while filming this scene, making sure nothing was messed up, because there wouldn't be a second chance to shoot it.
After 30 years of studying the ship so intently and painting the ship so many times, 100 times, see this thing in 3 dimensions and be standing here, I am absolutely speechless.
I don't know if people realize that we had made it more grand than it really was.
He wanted to show it instead, like the clock stops, the lights dim, the water wins. The camera lingers on a floating violin, a broken railing. But the thing is, you're not told to feel sad. You just do, because the scene makes you live the loss. However, it wasn't just about the water or the sets. It nearly took a village, over 500 crew members, which was massive. So, covering the same costs for reshooting the stunts would have been extremely difficult for them. The set builders crafted every detail, from brass fittings to carved wood.
You come here, there's this wonderful dome that is over the top of the grand staircase. It's 24 foot in diameter, and it's all made out of glass, and it's a lovely piece. But unfortunately, we're going to smash it all.
Stunt coordinators drilled actors for weeks to nail the chaos.
We're talking about, Charlie, 60-degree water? 60-degree water. Long-term exposure, again, we have to watch out for the hypothermia. I don't think you're going to have to tell anybody to get out of the water, guys. I'll be forcing you out of the water.
Camera crews used waterproof rigs, dodging debris. And when Titanic hit theaters, fans raved online, saying they started crying seeing that. They didn't know about the one-take madness or the 17-million-gallon tank, but they felt it. Nothing is spelled out. Every little detail is hidden, woven so tight you don't see it, you feel it.
We built a big elevator system so that we could lower a 200-foot by 100-foot by multi-story high set into the water. And we built 2 different tanks, one interior and one exterior, that could allow us to lower these platforms. So on one set, on the interior stage set, we had the dining room, the full dining room, and at least several stories of the grand staircase. It was huge interior structure.
The grand staircase flood isn't just a scene in Titanic, it's a lesson in making you live a tragedy, not just watch it. And Cameron took an impossible shot and made it unforgettable.
It was a cascading series of kind of revelations to all of us. So there were 2 studios involved, Paramount and Fox, and ourselves at Lightstorm. And just week after week, it got weirder and weirder and weirder. Until we just kind of woke up one morning toward the end of January and said, guys, you understand, we're on a trajectory to be the highest grossing film ever.
Thanks for diving in. Catch you next time with another movie.